Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Well, it's been a long haul with many different microphones, and finally I got frustrated and looked on the internet for my original microphone, the LifeChat LX3000, which is not an expensive microphone, but I found it on sale over at Amazon for about, I think it was about 70% off. So I picked it up, and here we are, back again, where I started with my favorite microphone. I also have a Blue Yeti, which is another very expensive microphone, but it's not appropriate because it picks up background noise, too much background noise. So we're going to stick with this until I break it again, which hopefully will be a long time in the future. I have a bit of a cold, or I'm just getting over a little bit of a cold, so my voice might sound a little more odd than usual, but I thought I'd put up a video just to celebrate the arrival of the new microphone. So let's go. It's too bad Elf Week tragically was truncated by troubles with the timbre of the microphone. But let's continue with Elf Week or do something else. I really should plan these things out. Let's run a human. Yes, let's run a human. And what's an appropriate human's name? I hope this is recording all right, actually. I'm gonna pause and no, she seems fine. What's an appropriate name for a human? How about Ted? Tedulion. Oh yeah, sure. Tedulion. Let's see what we can do with him. A human. We'll go for a gladiator. I have been getting into melee quite a bit lately, and I find it fairly fun. It's a nice change. I'll go for a longsword, and we'll see what we can do. I prefer the gladiator start over the sorry for the throat clearing, but that's going to happen once in a while. I was down terribly with a fever for 3 days. Yes, gladiator start over a warrior start. I find a warrior start provides no benefits. The shield is too encumbersome to use until a skill gets up much higher, so it's essentially useless at the beginning. The scale mail is a step up from the leather that you start with a gladiator, but that's not a big deal, as you can find armor very quickly usually. The gladiator starts with throwing ability, marginal throwing ability, some dodging, and your choice of weapon. So really, and I think more or less the same stats, but having a little extra dexterity is not a bad thing, especially when you're using a longsword. I think I can never really understand the difference between all the different swords and falchions, and between all the different versions and how they change. It's really too complicated to worry about. So I just play. I haven't referenced the crawl guides or even the updates in a long time. I just don't worry about those things. I just take it as it comes. So we are at level 2. We're training specifically long swords. What do we have here? That's probably worth picking up. And that's something I kind of miss from the older versions, the ability to throw these daggers. As I recall, the magic effects carried over with the throw. And there we have some scale mail, so we've essentially started as a warrior now with a few bonuses. Even more because we have a helmet, and I don't believe warriors start with helmets. So this is a fortuitous start on level 1, and here we go, tabbing already. And that's it. A very small level 1. What is precious, and I find really helps your survivability in melee, I will cut up that hideous creature, is the throwing nets. They really come in handy when you hit your first ogres and that sort of thing. You quickly run out of use for them. We're going to increase strength. And we're going to stay away from spellcasting. I'm not going to even bother with it. We will get into evocations. Here is one example where a throwing net might come in handy. Well, let's see what happens. We don't have anything identified. We are slowed. It might be worth running away from him. Let him blast. No, I want that wand, so let's not do that. Let's kill him, which we did easily, even though he was slowed. He must have had poor armor, and not much of a weapon. We got the wand. We'll cut him up too, just out of malice. And let's retreat back into the mapped dungeon here for a little bit. Read the scrolls we have. Now I find when you play melee, it's a little, your consumables become a little more important. When you play magic, especially a wizard, you tend to have the tools to deal with everything. Now, I'm going to identify the slowing because that's going to come in handy. We have 21 left. It's been zapped quite a few times, but we can recharge it. And this will become, the evocations and the wands sort of will become my magic as if or when I need it. And it does come in handy. I like using magic evocables, and also the various items like Fan of Gales and that sort of thing will come in handy, and I get to use them, which I often just ignore them. Of course, we need some skill in evocations, and it's not a big sacrifice to make when all you're doing is training your weapon, your shield, buckler, whatever, and your armor, and maybe a little bit of dodging. We'll probably go for heavy armor and a one-handed weapon in this, or maybe a two-handed. Let's just back off here. These guys are annoying me. Don't really want to pick up any rocks. It's not going to be worth it. Looks like Robin is going to be in here with his minions of hobgoblins. I'm not sure what's happening here. No, I don't want to read, please, thanks. I'm not used to this microphone at all. Okay, let's just back off, heal up, and we'll go attack the Goblin Fortress. Oh, we pressed auto explore and it took us up here, but we'll clean up this mess first before polishing up with the Goblin Fortress. Some odds and ends here to take care of. We'll pick up a little bit in the way of, oh, let's back off here. We'll get a little bit of experience here, and hopefully Robin will have a nice magic helmet for us. Let's see what he has. If he is indeed in here, there he is. Alright, there's nothing to do but run away and hit them one at a time. Of course, Robin will use his little special power there to surround me, but it's not really going to bother me too much. He's pretty weak, and we did indeed get a glowing helmet. I really like the old glowing artifacts, because oftentimes these are just +1 or +2. Yeah, there we go. So that's nice, but it's not really great. In the old days, used to any random object lying around used to either be +1 or +2, and all glowing or ruined or whatever descriptive items used to have some sort of benefit associated with them, other than just a bonus, a strict damage bonus. So it would be a helmet of see invisible or of intelligence. Natasha can be a little more dangerous to a melee. I don't know if I want to pass or attack her. Let's just pass once, see if we can drag her upstairs. There we go. Alright, well, I don't know where she's going to reappear. I didn't want to take her on with those guys, even though it was probably pretty safe. Oh, I haven't been poisoned yet. This is very fortuitous. We've got up to 6 in long blades. It might be time to get a little bit into evocations. We only want one or two at first, just so wands become a little more usable. I'm going to use one now on Terrence to see if we can slow him down a little bit. There we go. Terrence usually has an enchanted flail, so we have to watch out for him a little bit. The slowing effect should help. It's worn off now. And keep in mind that slowing is almost the same effect as speed, so there we go. Getting away from him. Now what can I do to him? He's damaged, but not as much as me. It's probably wise to just retreat in this situation. So that's what we're going to do. Close that door. Oh, they followed me. I didn't really make that much of an attempt to get away from him. He's a little smarter than I had counted on. So let's rest up and do it again. I'm going to slow the snake as well, just to make it a little less likely that I'm going to get poisoned. And here we go. Let's slow him. Let's net him if we can. There we go. And chop him up. Excellent. And we're going to put another one into strength. And we have glowing chainmail. That indeed will pick up. Another thing I've noticed in this version is oftentimes chainmail is not cursed. +2 chainmail of poison resistance is just what the doctor ordered. Let's ditch the scale mail. We have our 3 nets. I'm going to try on this bronze amulet. And there's our first cursed item, so we might as well try everything on. Including this dagger. Dagger of Venom will come in handy. We will wield our longsword again. And let's try these scrolls. Immolation noise. Now we remove the curse. Now we drop the inaccuracy. Bit of a chance to do that. I probably should have, after I read the teleportation scroll, I probably should have gotten rid of the dagger immediately. Gotten rid of the inaccuracy immediately. There was always a chance I would have teleported into a hostile area and I would have had to fight with the inaccuracy on, which on this level of dungeon is not too big a deal, but it's nice not to have to do it. Evocations is probably trained up enough. Oh no, it isn't. I want to get it up to 2. And we're going to gradually ramp our skills up, I think. So we'll get it up to 2 and then we'll go train something else while keeping our main weapon damage on. Training on. I think next will be armor. So we'll get armor up to, I think, probably 3 or 4. As soon as that evocations hits 2. But so far there's been nothing much to challenge us. Nope. Nope. Come on, Quokka. And we will eat him. We got poison in spite of our beautiful chainmail, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, good. Down we go. Oh yes. I thought I was wearing the a ring of teleportation, but apparently it was a teleport trap. Down we go. Let's just be careful and not do auto explore here. It's actually something I don't do enough. I don't not use auto explore enough. I use auto explore too much. Dagger of freezing maybe come in handy. We'll pick it up. And there I am, reverting back to auto explore. That's probably okay, but it's generally a good idea not to use it, or to use it sparingly. Okay, that's evocations up to level 2. That seemed to have taken an unusually long time. I'm going to get armor up now. And we're in a bit of trouble. Let's go through the... Ooh, this is not good. Not good at all. I thought I was being crafty there, but apparently I was being a complete fool. We're just going to run through the Orc Fortress here. We're going to get out as soon as we can. We're going to slow you, sir. We're going to read a teleport scroll, should we? It might be time to do that. I'm looking for the stairs. Where are they? Way over there. And I took a wrong turn and got caught up in the hobgoblin condo there. As long as I can keep ahead of them, I'll be okay. There we go. If I bring these two up, it's not going to be that big a deal. One's got a club, and we're going to use a net here. Another one. These guys are hard to net. We should be okay. Let's go for a curing. Get a few more hit points. That was a waste of a curing potion, but I paid for my miscalculation there. And we're going to, of course, pick that up. Put our auto pickup back on. And head back down. We lost a net out of that too. As we pick up wands, nets will become a little less valuable, which is why I was so keen on training up evocations a little bit. We picked up a wand of frost. That should come in handy as well. Again, when you're dealing with wands, then your scrolls of identify now in this version become a little more important. I'm going to actually identify the frost wand first. What happened to my slowing wand? Oh, it's still there. Because it will become in more handy, and it will become useless more quickly than the disintegration. So we can use it here. Frost. See, that's done pretty good work. And we have 42 of those. And by the time you get to dungeon level 7, 8 or so, it's going to be fairly useless. So you might as well use it up. And we're going to make liberal use of it here. It's okay, just keep ahead of him. He's around there somewhere. We'll try a blind shot there. Oh, that worked quite well. And he's gone. So armor's up to level 2. We'll keep these two skills on for a while. And that is also what I was looking for, a blowgun. We are going to enjoy using that. Let's give him a shot with the frost. Charge him down. And employ the frost. Hold them off with the frost. When they get alongside me, I'll switch to melee. There we go. We'll pick up our blowgun. And we're going to readjust our items. So the sword is A and the blowgun is B. Makes for handy switching. And we're going to clean up this the hobgoblin condo here. We should also probably pick up those boots and put them on, because one extra point of armor is an extra point of armor, even if it's just crappy leather boots. I've been waiting for them to change that boot graphic for a long time, and they haven't done it. One of these days. Every version, one of the tiles is a little better than it used to be. What a fight here, but the Knoll Captain ended up falling to my sword, and we healed up. Armor's at 2.8. We have a little ways to go. Our first god here, and it is not one we're going to take. Go melee often for the loot. I like the loot. It's fun getting loot, and Okuaru is a nice loot giver. So we're just going to stick with tradition and be boring and go for Okuaru, because I don't play much melee. I think I'll experiment with some different gods later, and I want to continue the Panopticon series as well. So no Okuaru. The shock. Who else is there? Fat ass would be interesting, but I don't feel like being interesting right now. We didn't pass him, did we? No. Alright, up we go. It's a nice early temple, level 5. Undoubtedly, Okwaru will be present somewhere. Oh, my dear. It's not what you want to see. Luckily, we have a blowgun. And a wand of slowing. And both these things will come in handy. Right now, we're going to slow Mr. Iguana. I'm going to try and slow him. It's going to be harder to... Oops, I slowed the wrong guy. I'm going to try and slow the hill giant. It's going to be a little harder to slow. I'm going to try and poison him again. There we go. He should be pretty easy to poison because he's a big target to hit. But he will be resistant to slowing. Try and stack a little bit of poison on him. The problem is once he starts beating you with that hill giant club of his, it hurts. Okay, that's the iguana down. He should die any moment now. There we go. Okay, thank you, poison. I probably could have taken him out with the net and the sword, but why waste a net? Okay, time to read the scroll. Enchant weapon. Now, is this more useful on the blowgun or the longsword? I'm going to say blowgun for now. Is it really? No, I'll go for the longsword. More than likely the longsword's going to be switched out pretty soon. So it's a bit of a waste, but it will give me an advantage, slight advantage, in the meanwhile. Okay, it's Crazy Youth. I've got to be a little bit cautious about that quarterstaff of chaos. Ow, I took a hit there because... And I'm paralyzed. Whoa. See, that could have killed me. Very close. And a very stupid mistake, just because I forgot to take an angle there. Oh, invisibility. Good. Yeah, just because I forgot to take that, I pressed the wrong button. He hit me, he paralyzed me, and that could have killed me, had he not been stacked with poison. And that's why I'm a bad player. You've just got to be cautious, really, all the time. I know how to play, it's just a matter of focus. And there's Okwaru. It's just a matter of focus. You've just got to keep your focus, and I guess that's a problem for me. I'm not surprised. It's just the way I roll, focusless. So, crawl becomes sort of a game of mental discipline for me. No books, please. They are useless to me. I know it's very difficult to pass them up, but I'm going to pick up these javelins. I'm worried the audio in this video is going to be a little too low, but we will check that out later. I'm confused. Let's back off. This is a bad situation. Quite a bad situation. We're going to try our own little bit of Crazy Youth action here with a random. That worked. Now we're going to switch to the blowgun. Okay, that worked too. I'm going to pick up the falchion. I'm going to fight invisible there, and no problem. And strength again. Okay, well done. Well done, Tedulion. Down to level 6, we've got Okwaru as our god. Took an extra step there, it was probably a bad idea. We're going to try and fight, even though he has a giant spike club, we're going to try and fight him man to man. Whoa. And now we're going to depend on our evocation ability. One more. There we go. See, that was close. One more hit, and I could have been killed. Started with another misstep. And again, if you really want to play carefully, do not use auto explore at all. Which is kind of tedious, but I've been trying, because I'm not very patient, to pay attention to that, but I'm not always successful. It's funny when you watch somebody play crawl, you see so much more than they do. You know, how could you not see that artifact lying there? You just passed it. So. It really is something to play a game and talk at the same time. It really splits your mind. Okay, I'm just going to tab him, and he's tabbed. I'm going to cut this video at around 30 minutes because I'm worried about the volume level. I'm going to check it out, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can find the entrance to the lair in the next couple minutes. See what happens. We should be there fairly soon, I suppose. And we're doing pretty well for ourselves. Armor is up to 6.4. Fighting is going to go up to 4 now. We could get throwing up a little more. I'm going to leave it at 2 for now. There may be more important things to worry about. Fighting is certainly one of them. I bet you I can tab my way through here, and I did. We are getting to be a pretty adroit fighter here. Don't get overconfident, but we're going to back them up here since none of them can open doors and come around and surround me. I'm going to pick up that chainmail, or the plate mail. I'm going to stick with the chainmail though, because I've got a +2 bonus on it. What zapped me? Oh, that guy did. Okay. I could have positioned myself better during that fight, and I probably should have. I should probably rest up and reclaim all my hit points here. A polished demon trident. That'd be nice. Transparent longsword. Here we have a artifact longsword that I can afford. I'm going to take the chance and buy it, and we'll see what it does. Well, it's very good. It's hard to really hope for something much better than that in early game. I actually didn't mean to drop that one. Let's keep it around just in case. But I think you'll see my my killing ability go up pretty drastically after picking up this +8 electric longsword that also adds a strength bonus. Down we go. Nothing can stop me now. Would be nice if it was flaming, and that's my main concern right now, are hydras. Let's try this. Regeneration is always nice to have. And look what we have here. If they're gloves of strength, I'll be happy. +1. I'm not going to complain about it. Give me your nets. Give me your corpse. Let me eat it. And we're picking up some nice wands here too. We actually have quite a collection of wands. We're going to try this one on too, warding. You have to be careful because I really don't want to put on a faith right now. Not that I mind wearing, I mean I did take the chance, but I don't mind wearing faith, but at the moment the regeneration might be a little more useful until I get some more Okurawa powers. And we are poison resistant, so let's not worry about that Drake so much. We're going to back them up here since there's a whole crowd of them. Take them on one by one. Level 10. What are we training? Why do we have a magic book? Okay. Let's drop all books. We don't need them. And there's the lair. Let's just clean up the rest of this dungeon. And then... dare we go to the lair? Here's the problem. We don't have any way to deal with hydras. Other than nets and wands. And we really don't have anything in the way of devastating wands. Now we have Potion of Might, we have Heroism. Or do we have Finesse yet? No. That comes at 3 pips. I'm going to get Invocations up now. Right. I don't know how I'm going to deal with the Hydras. I was hoping for a Flaming Sword. We don't have one. Might be worth going back to the dungeon, but we'll see in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.